I'm going to bring up another grandmother now who has been very supportive of all of us in our movement for several years. She comes to every event she comes, and she's a grandmother. She doesn't get to see her grandchild, and she's going to tell us about that, and hopefully she'll mention something about the judge. It's a judge that we all know. He's had a lot of media attention as of late, and hopefully she'll talk about that and give us some more background on her case. And here she is, KERIN K. I know, she doesn't look like a grandmother, does she? How can she be a grandmother?
Hey, KERIN.
Thank you, KERIN.
Hi, I'm kind of different. I'm a maternal grandmother, and it's my daughter who is being alienated from her child. It does happen to mothers, mostly fathers, but I have Judge Peter McBride has been my judge, and he is just very corrupt. My granddaughter is being abused in the father's home by the stepmother, and she's actually the culprit in all this. And I've been trying to prove this for going on like 6 or 7 years now. And the more we try to prove this, the more gets taken away from my granddaughter as far as being able to see any of her maternal side of the family. And I fought for many years to get grandparents visitation, and one limited amount, and my granddaughter would come and start telling me what's going on inside the house and being abused, and she didn't want to go back home, and I would call CPS, and just I'm beyond words anymore. I'm just like the trauma of what's been going on. I was one of these people that I believed in the court system before all this happened. I would have never believed any of these stories, but it's happened to me and my granddaughter, and it's just overwhelming. I can't even hardly talk about it without getting upset and crying. Judge Peter McBride has refused to listen to anything, and when I was in the courtroom and my attorney was trying to talk, he would not let my attorney talk to present the strong evidence we have. He threatened to throw me out of the courtroom because I was whispering to my attorney. It just goes on and on and on, the corruptness in the family courts. They just don't want to listen to anything. They just want to sit there and have all the power. And I'm just...
Judge? Who's the judge?
Judge Peter McBride.
Peter McBride.
Peter McBride.
What county?
Yeah.
What county?
Sacramento County. And CPS, they're just as bad. The mediators. The more we keep trying to present evidence of what's going on inside that home, the more it's become a nightmare. The more we're being like stripped away from any rights to help my granddaughter. And the latest thing that's happened is because the heat was coming down on the family she's living in, they decided to run off to another state, and we tried to stop that because they think they can hide there. Well, they're not hiding from me. I'm following them. I have people following them there. And my granddaughter is being more isolated and more just, the abuse is continuing. I have some inside sources that are able to find this out for me because we gotta, they won't listen. My daughter, who is not allowed to see her daughter, has 2 other children that can't see their sister. And my 2 other grandchildren, who I am involved with, they are just wonderful, well-adjusted children. My daughter is a very wonderful mother. It's just that my other granddaughter Skylar was stolen from her when she was 2 years old, and it's a long story and I won't go into that, but she, it's just been kept from her daughter, and it's been kept from the whole family. And I'm going to continue fighting the corrupt family courts. I'm not going to quit. I've made this promise to Skylar. I've lost my whole family because of this, because they don't, not my whole family, most of my family, they don't believe me when I'm telling you. They think I'm a sore loser in family courts. They don't understand that there is no being a sore loser. How can you be a loser when you're not even allowed to present anything? You're not, you know, it's just, it is like the man said earlier, it's like a kangaroo court. It just, there is no due process. And we all have to keep fighting for our children and our grandchildren, and they deserve nothing less. And the day I found out about Donald Tenn was just one of the best days of my life, because just knowing this whole group has just given me empowerment and made me feel like I can continue this fight. And I'm glad to see there's a bigger turnout this year than last year, and next year there's going to be more, and we're gonna fight the system with all of us. Thank you.
Thank you very much, KERIN, for that story. That's another story of another family being destroyed. The entire family destroyed by the family courts. The family courts destroying the family.